we'd like to welcome you
to a little place that we think is really cool.
Let's talk about the music, let's have a laugh.
You already know what it is.
It's The Plug
Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. It's the Plug Podcast. You already know who it is. So why are we still singing this? Let's get on with the Plug Podcast.
And never has it been more real, or be real, than mid-podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is why you do a practice round.
Yes, true. My name's Josh Taylor.
And my name's Diego Barraza. What was that? Kind of fell over a little bit.
We are.
And we are joined by a very special guest. Please introduce yourself.
My name is Dom, and I am also Kryver.
Yes.
Kryver,
Yes.
Dom, Kryver. We
Yep.
will be referring to you as both.
Is it sort of like a second name?
It is a second name.
Okay, cool.
a second name?
Yeah, it's the name that I wish that I was given at birth.
Oh, wow, really?
It's not. No.
I was like, let's delve into that.
More. Nah, so what? Okay, let's start there then.
Wait, hold on. Before we start there, can we play the
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Give us a
I always
song.
just want to jump straight into it. There's another song. This one does not require any
Oh, okay.
participation.
Okay.
What would you like to plug about yourself? Yeah.
Nice.
What would you like to plug about yourself, Kryver?
I would like to plug that last week I released my debut EP.
Wow.
Yes, which was 3 weeks ago, because this is released in the future.
2 weeks,
Yes,
so
3 weeks ago.
Gotta
Yeah.
think as if it's mid-November, end of November.
Late.
Yeah.
Jeez, we're already in mid-November.
It will
What
be the
fuck is
yeah.
going on?
It'll be like the 26th of November. when
Yes,
this comes out.
true.
So,
So 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago. Jeez, time flies, doesn't it?
time flies when you're podcasting.
Released a debut EP.
Nice.
Right.
And played the launch show at Society City, which was lots of fun.
Where the hell is that?
Yeah, never mind.
It's in the main street not the main street in Wollongong, but essentially Dicey Riley's.
Oh.
One side of the road, and then across the other side of the road,
Is that like
across
is
from
that like a Crown Street situation?
Crown Street sort of
Yeah, there you go.
situation. I don't know if it. No, it is Crown Street.
Yes, nailed
it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I get tattoos
Wollongong.
there. What can I say?
Wollongong resident over here, bro.
Yeah, I live there.
So yeah, that was really nice, really fun. We kind of just did a nice. It's quite an intimate space up there.
Is that like a full
Um,
band situation, small band?
Full band.
Yeah,
full
fuck
band.
yeah.
I play with a 3-piece at the moment, so
Yeah, true.
it was
Still a full band.
nice.
It's still a full band.
Yeah, that's it.
Who else is a part of your band?
Dom Bulatari.
Another Dom?
Another
Another
Dom.
Dom.
2 Doms.
Double Dom.
Might have mentioned 3 Doms within the span of 2 episodes.
Yeah, the last podcast.
Our last
we-
guest's name was also Dom.
Oh, well.
So
there you go.
Lots of Dom.
Yeah.
Heaps of Dom. So Dom Kryver, Dom Bull,
And then,
Dom Burns.
Yeah.
who's the 4th name?
Your last name doesn't start with a B, does it?
No, that's
That
not.
would be
Oh, that
insane.
would be
That
insane.
crazy.
No,
Because
no.
my name's Diego Barraza, right? So, that's
Whoa, and I'm
Whoa.
Dos Baylor.
so Dumble, sorry, we've taken a long time to get to this last
No,
person.
that's all right. And Lockie Armitage.
Lucky Armitage.
So, yeah.
Not Dom, but it is what it is.
Not Dom. Yeah.
Docky Barmitage.
This joke.
Sorry, it's really stupid. Yeah, awesome. And how do you know them as well?
So Dom was in the year above me at school, and he plays for Major Arcana.
nice. You
Let me
got the
just do
shirt.
this.
Yeah.
Good job.
pretty
Wow, we got
good,
the ding
right?
already.
So yeah, he's just a crazy good bassist. And
true.
we were
He's really
kind
good.
of just mates throughout school. Well, not like after school, and sort of just knew him because he was around
The music.
the music
Yeah,
area.
That's how
and
it
then,
goes.
Yeah, we just ended up jamming, and then asked if he wanted to play for Kryver
Too
and
easy.
do that thing.
Yeah, nice.
Which he was really keen for. And Lockie, my housemate Misha, she plays in another band called Denim on Her, and he's the drummer for Denim on Her.
Nice.
And I just kind of, same thing, just asked if he'd be keen to join another project.
Yeah.
And he said,
cool.
yeah. So
God.
Wow, 2 for 2. Just
for
first
two.
go. Fucking
2
hell.
for 2. Yeah. So,
That's
which is
so
kind of
good.
nice.
How long
And they-
has the band sort of been together?
Since February, March.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh, yeah.
Very fresh.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you, but have you had? I think I was checking out your Spotify this morning. You've had music out for a bit longer than that, or did you just start releasing around February, March?
Our first release was maybe in end of July, August.
Oh,
Wow.
true. So it's like
Super
really
cool.
fresh.
Yeah, super fresh.
Yeah, nice.
So it literally just started this year, and then
Quick work.
Just-
First single in July, EP in fucking November.
yeah.
No worries.
So it was, which was kind of the idea for me, because I kind of just moved down to Wollongong this year, and coming from an area, I lived in the Highlands in Barrow before that.
Oh yeah.
Everybody lives in bloody Barrel.
Yeah.
Does everybody live in
I
Barrow?
swear to God, every time I meet somebody, I'm just like, you're from Barrel.
And yeah, it's very slow going, because you have to kind of travel to
Do anything.
music scenes and things like that, and there's not a lot of musicians around. It's very hard to sort of rehearse and practice and all that kind of thing. So I just want to start fresh and just get going.
Nice.
And
Nice.
just
Out the gates.
output.
I respect
Yeah,
that.
great,
No.
great stuff. So, were the songs all recorded with your band, or
Yeah. So we went to Stranded Studios in
Yeah.
Yes.
Bellambi.
Yep.
I'm familiar with Stranded.
Yes.
Who else is that? Who's done?
I
stuff
know
with Stranded?
The Whole Wide World.
Yes, the
Jack
whole
did it
wide world. Yeah, I thought so.
at Stranded, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a really nice space.
Yeah, it is really nice. So we went down there with Cody, who is the co-owner of Stranded. And it was super nice, because for the first EP, I could just literally drive 5 minutes down the road, and
That is
I was there.
Imagine.
beautiful.
So, because I
Imagine.
live in Corrimal, so it was really nice. And it's such a nice space, and we were doing,
What prompted
like-
the move to the Wollongong specifically, like the Wollongong area, I should say?
Because I grew up, went to high school in the Highlands.
Gotcha.
And then I just, there's a local music scene around Wollongong.
Big time.
And I didn't want to be right in the middle of Sydney. So it was kind of a
Fair.
bit of win-win situation that I could sort of
Great.
be on the coast still, be somewhere that is not too busy and loud, and
That's
and,
the crap about this place.
Busy.
Loud.
Busy
Yeah.
and loud.
Yeah.
And smelly. Stinky.
And so just made the move down there.
Nice.
To sort of get somewhere where I could just drive down the road and play a show, and sort of connect with a music scene.
For sure, yeah.
And how was the first show anyway?
First show was really good. We did it was a 420 show.
Oh, nice.
At the mosh pit.
Oh, the mosh pit, even better.
Yeah, so it was very rock and roll.
Yeah. I think I saw you guys play at the mosh pit somewhat recently as well. Not like heaps recently, but like a month or two ago.
Yeah, we did another one for the
El's
L
birthday.
management.
Yeah, that's right. It was El's birthday thing.
B-Day Fest. Yeah.
People love putting on birthday gigs at the mosh pit.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the mosh pit are just like, hell yeah, do it. Everyone else is like, oh, what's the expected turnout?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
Shut up. Just let me have a birthday party.
Yeah. No, exactly. But yeah, no, it was good. It was a good first show. I was so stressed because we kind of had it booked pretty early on.
Yeah.
When we were sort of still getting things together, and then we kind of got things together, and then a week before the show I got COVID.
No.
And then I was just
Sweating. Literally sweating.
literally just
Am I gonna be right?
yeah, and just drinking herbal teas, because I was just it was crazy.
Trying to get
And
better.
then, literally took 2 hits of an asthma puffer before I walked on stage, and then
That'll do it.
ripped into it.
Nice.
So-
nice. Dude's doping before the show.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not fair.
Performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Um,
Well, cool.
yeah.
Cool as hell. So what about I guess so first EP out the way and out the gates like quick, right?
Yeah.
So what's the plan from here on out? Are you taking are you chilling out for a sec, or are you gonna just keep going? Output.
Yeah, that's the idea, to try and just keep the output up.
For sure.
Because I don't know, I kind of write a lot and
That's
like
good.
to sort of just keep always kind of just experimenting
Cool.
and doing things. And I think I'd like to have something where I could just even if I don't particularly feel that I would love something, you know, just still put it out as a
It's a good
kind
exercise.
of way, as
Yeah,
a point
yeah.
in time of sort of going, well, this is kind of the development
Yeah.
of
Exactly.
this, as
No, that's
opposed to
great.
sort of keeping it and not having all this unreleased stuff.
And I think like,
you know,
yeah, and I think it's like I think once you get on it, it'll be you'll notice like the development happening so quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think,
Yeah.
I think a lot of artists get scared of that.
Yeah.
Of being like,
Yeah.
oh, I've released something and now 6 months later it feels outdated and I'm not happy with it. And like, I
Yeah.
know I can do better sort of thing. But it's just like, at the time that you did do it, it's like you weren't having those thoughts.
And it's like,
no, that's it.
Keep it out
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Time is gonna pass.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
And
just
like,
gonna
of course, your first stuff's going to be like, not like weaker, but like, you know, you're going to show a lot of development from what you release first to what you release
Yeah.
like a couple years later or something.
Unless you're Green Day.
Yeah. I mean, look, let's not get into Green Day, but like, you know, I mean, that's a problem with a lot of bands, but I mean, that's like very popular bands. They start here, they go up here, and then they come back down.
Yeah.
It's like, at the moment, we're all up here, you know? So that's all we need to worry
That's
about.
good. Yeah. Let's worry about that for now. Let's worry about
Basically, don't get
how
famous.
good we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was going to talk more about the first EP. I was listening to it this morning.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's very, I guess, dense is what I was going to say the word is. It's a big project, I feel like, for like an EP. Like, it was like, what, 5 tracks? And it's
Yeah.
like 26 minutes or something like that. I'm like, this is like a short album, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What was like, I guess, do you like writing, I guess, longer form songs?
Yeah.
I like how 4.5 minutes is long now.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
it is. But
I mean,
it's
you
just
think
funny.
5 songs, 26 minutes. I mean, a lot of them are going to be like, what, like 5-6 minutes almost, right?
Yeah, it is.
Which is cool. I feel like a lot of artists these days, like try their hardest not to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I
big
mean?
time.
So I
Yeah.
respect when people are just like, fuck it, I write big songs, so I'm gonna keep it like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I do enjoy writing big songs, and I think it's kind of, well, not big songs. I'm not right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like long songs, because it's I think it's another one of those things of, why would I cut it short if I'm still following it, and my conscience is still sort of just
Flowing
going down
through that,
this
yeah.
rabbit hole, just
It
kind of
doesn't
keep following it.
Yeah,
you know?
it doesn't feel right to cut it short.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
Yeah.
this, it in its entirety, it is what it is, and like I'd prefer it to be that way than
Yeah,
just to
exactly.
be like, you know, trim it down for reasons.
I think
of, like,
I think the style as well. It's like, if you're gonna have a short song, it'll happen organically. You're not
Yeah.
gonna have to like write a 6-minute song and then cut it down. Because
Yeah.
it's like you'll write a 2.5-minute song at some point. I
Yeah,
think it's
exactly.
inevitable.
Yeah.
That's a fun question. What genre would you consider yours?
Yeah, and like inspiration.
It's a tough one. Yeah, inspirations.
It is. Yeah, it
I
is.
feel like inspiration's a bit easier. To
Yeah,
sort of
I
Yeah.
think it's like being like for fans of, you know, like
yeah.
fans also like.
Yeah, I think genre-wise, I think that first EP definitely fits into a kind of alternative rock type
and
thing.
I think like as much
Quite
as that genre phrase gets used so much, I feel like it's actually very accurate in this situation.
Yeah.
Like it is just like alternative rock.
Yeah.
Sort of reminded me like when I was listening to it of like Smashing Pumpkins.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, cool.
I was saying to Diego,
That's
it's like,
pretty. That's pretty.
kind of like the Smashing Pumpkins, except Billy Corgan's annoying voice isn't there.
yeah. It's
No
like
offense, Billy
it's like
Corgan.
you
Yeah.
can
I
tell
still
the
love
guy
it.
singing isn't super bold.
Yeah.
You see Billy Corgan, you're like, that voice does not come out.
Yeah.
But it does. Somehow.
it does.
Anyway, enough shit talking Smashing Pumpkins. I do love Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, that's enough.
But like I sort of saw parallels with like early, especially like early Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
I don't know if you listened to them much, but like off like what the fuck's their first album called? Siva?
Kish.
Quiche. That's it.
Yeah.
Like then that is an album as well that's sort of got like longer form songs.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Where it's just like very driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Are you a
But,
Smashing Pumpkins fan?
He knew,
Yeah, I do.
He knew
I-
the name of the first album, and I
True.
didn't. So
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I've definitely sort of. I mean, yeah, I love Gish and I love Siamese Dream, and they're kind of just iconic
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
alternative rock albums. And yeah, I think there's definitely a lot of just, I guess, with the octave chords and stuff like that in the
love a good octave.
like
chord.
it's just a lot lot of power, very
Sound of
exciting.
the late 90s, early 2000s, just octave cool.
Yeah, it is, and I used a lot of that in the EP songs, for those sort of bigger parts.
Thirds?
So
Don't need them.
No, the fucking fifths. No, even worse.
No.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Any other bands that sort of inspired the project?
I think definitely Jeff Buckley.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I can hear
And
that
then
sort of vocally.
yeah,
The only album that's been plugged twice on the
True,
the
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Grace by Jeff Buckley.
yeah. And then just a lot of other sort of. I was listening to a lot of singer-songwriter people at the time, so Julie Jacqueline and
cool.
Alice Phoebe Lou,
Nice.
and kind of just, it was really, when I first was writing it, I thought if I only get sort of a 3-piece together, I want to sort of be able to bring those people in fairly easily and have the parts for the drums and the bass to be quiet, just follow the
That's good.
singer-songwriter stuff.
It's still like filled out.
Yeah,
at the end of the day
exactly.
as well.
Yeah, so that the songs are kind of majority written with the vocal and the guitar, and then you can just kind of bring it in to fill it in, because at that stage I didn't even have.
You just gotta throw it together. at some point.
Exactly.
You just gotta call it and be like, what am I gonna do? Actually, let's just figure it out. as we go.
And speaking of calling it and figuring it out, we're going to do something else real quick.
Nice.
See
Perfect
that
segue.
segue?
All right, so we're going to do the lightning round now, Dom. I'm very
yes.
sorry to do this to you and
No, that's all right.
interrupt
Let's go.
the
No, it's
law
better
dump.
you get it over and done with now. Than
Exactly. You
Yeah.
don't have to stress
Yeah.
about it happening
Rip the Band-Aid off.
in a worse
So yeah,
point.
if you didn't know what the lightning round was, basically Dom is going to have a minute to answer as many questions as he can.
1 minute.
Nonsensical, often. Some of them have got proper answers, but all you have to do is answer.
Yeah.
Just give an answer.
Yeah.
And if you answer that's satisfied, we'll move on.
So Joss and I will alternate asking you questions, but they all add up to the same score. And on that note, the high score of the season thus far is 22. It's actually a tied first place.
Yes.
Between As People and Ethan Jacobs.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're looking for 23. 23 will be the highest score we've had since like season 1, episode like 6 or 7.
With Aisha?
Yeah, with
I
Aisha.
think that was episode 9.
Episode 9. There you go.
And
which
I think
was
they
like,
got 26.
That was
which was
what?
crazy.
No
I'm pretty
way.
sure.
No, it was 24.
Wow.
Maybe
I
it was
reckon
24. 24 or 26.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot. It's
there's
a lot of questions. I don't know how they did it. It was fucked up. Anyway, so and also I should also add that there's going to be distracting music playing the whole time as well.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Okay. So so are you happy to hook in?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
not, too bad. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Cue the distracting music. Me. Hang on. There it is. There it is. Okay,
Oh,
cool.
nice.
All right. Cool.
I'm so distracted right now.
a little bit. Okay, Joss,
Please
would you
don't
like
ask
to
me
kick us
anything.
off, man?
Yes, absolutely. Do you want to get that?
Yeah, let me
timer
get
up
a
for a minute?
motherfucking thing up for a sec. Bloody. Okay, cool.
All right, we're going to
you
start
ready,
the
mate?
lightning round.
Okay, let's
in
go.
3, 2, 1. Would it really be rude not to?
Yes.
Are there parallel universes?
Sometimes.
What is the scariest thing?
Blue.
Favorite tap beer?
VB.
How did you get here?
Train.
Name your firstborn child.
Greg.
Who do you work for?
The police.
Who created Stonehenge?
The Simpsons.
Who do you main in Mario Kart?
Luigi.
Spell ICUP.
ICUP.
Ew, gross.
Idiot.
How much can you bench?
110.
When you die, how would you like to be disposed?
In a bin.
How are you?
Okay.
What's in the box?
Trumpet.
Favorite member of the Fellowship?
Thor.
What element would you bend if given the option?
Mud.
Have you ever been to North Macedonia? I missed one. Have you ever been to North Macedonia?
Yes.
Need something.
Right now?
Is life really hard, or are you just not trying?
I don't think I'm trying.
Okay, very good.
Hell, bro.
Very,
I blundered a
very
bit there.
good. No, it's okay. It's alright.
A rare blunder from me.
I wouldn't say rare.
Nah, it's pretty rare. Doesn't happen
Alright,
often.
Fade the music out.
Jeez.
Done well.
How'd
Good
I go?
effort.
What'd I
Good
get?
effort. All right, so you got a solid 19.
Yeah. I'm happy to say 20 because I feel like
You blundered.
I
you
fucked it a
dropped
bit
it.
with the
Okay.
North Macedonia
I would
one,
just
I
like
was
to
laughing too
really
hard.
quickly review some.
of the funniest
Okay.
answers.
What is the scariest thing? Blue.
Blue.
Name your firstborn child. Greg. Who do you work for? The police. Who created Stonehenge?
The Simpsons.
Hitting Man in America. How much can you bench? 110. Is that pounds or I don't know how.
No, it was just
a number.
just a rough
It's a
figure.
big number.
No one has ever.
When you die, how would you like to be disposed? In the bin. How are you? I don't even remember you asking that question. What's in the box? Trumpet. Favorite member of the fellowship. What element would you bend? Mud.
Truly taking the definition of answer whatever you want to the next level.
Next level. It's
yeah.
really good. All right, well done. 19. Look, it's not
Yeah,
the
well-
highest score we've had, but it was a bloody
Have
good
you actually
run.
been to North Macedonia, or was that?
no, I haven't been.
Okay.
Obviously.
I just thought
Surely.
you were like, yes.
I've been
I
to
was like,
South Macedonia. I haven't been to.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. I've been.
I'm pretty sure South Macedonia.
I did notice we're almost out of time. That God forbid noise is going to play soon, but we're almost out of time. And I did notice that I started off the segment before the song by saying let's talk about the name, and then you and Trevor were like let's play the song first.
Oh shit!
And
that's
then
my
we
bad.
never got around to it. So what's with the name?
Yeah, we'll do what's with the name, then some last minute plugs, and then we'll finish.
What's with the name?
So
Yeah,
Kryver, where'd it
Kryver.
come from?
It's actually kind of. I need to think of a bit more of a awesome story.
Okay.
It sort of came into.
We'll workshop
fruition.
it. Yeah.
But I literally was just walking around behind my parents' place one day, and I was just kind of brainstorming some ideas for names.
Great.
And I literally just saw there was a lyrebird that just ran across the path in front of me, and I went, "Oh shit, a lyrebird!" That was a sound that I made when I saw the lyrebird.
You were like,
Light bulb moment.
Oh my god, how long is it going to go for? I got to click stop up here. Okay. That's enough.
And then I was like, Lyre would be a kind of cool name, like Lyre.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Lyre. And then I was just kind of
Words.
just
Syllables.
mashing them together. And then Kryver somehow came out of it.
I love that.
Cool.
And then I was like, that's it.
That's it. Done.
That's it.
Call it a day.
And
Write it
now,
down.
I
Publish
reckon
it,
in terms of
print it.
workshopping it, you should say that you were in North Macedonia when it was
Yeah, I'll
happening.
say that I was in North
Yeah,
Macedonia.
North
I was in
Macedonia.
North
When the
Macedonia.
North Macedonian Lyrehawk
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
came
Called the
walked past.
Kryver.
Called,
Yeah.
called what? Hang on. Wait. What? One more time. Just.
I feel like that.
Okay, all right. So just some. Also, we like to end this segment by doing some last minute, rapid fire plugs. People you want to shout out, and I'll have the ding at the ready. So anyone that comes to mind, we've done of course the Kryver band, Dumbull, and Docky Barmitage.
Docky Barmitage, of course. I'd like to shout out Elise from
yeah,
L
of course.
Management.
Of course. I reckon potentially one of the most shouted out people
Yes.
on the plug for sure.
One of
Yeah.
the most lucrative contacts for the plug. Elise has come to us many, many times and been like, I've got a new band for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have them on and it's
All
always
right.
a
So
blast.
L Management.
And who else would I like to shout out?
I don't think did I give a ding for Major Arcana yet?
No,
Let's ding them. Let's
You
shout
gotta
out
ding
Major
Major
Arcana. You got to
Ding
ding
Major
Major
Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah.
And let's shout out Denim on Her,
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yeah,
Good
Denim
idea.
on Burr, shout out.
the housemates band.
Denim on Burr.
Denim on Burr.
Nice, good job.
Thanks.
And yeah,
That's
I think,
it?
I think that's about
It's
Nice.
too
no one else.
easy. It's
It's
too
too bloody easy.
Too bloody easy.
Whoa.
All right.
that.
And to take out the segment, you're not going to hear it, but we'll have some nice music played by somebody.
Somebody
Nice.
will play.
Somebody.
Thank you, somebody.
Yeah.
I've come back around, so it's probably like John Laurie or...
Okay, sure. All right. Thank you, John.
We're
That was
back.
pretty good.
You went for the drums, which kind of worked out well.
No, that was good.
yeah,
That
It was like we were full band then. That
Yeah,
was
that was
awesome.
good.
Wow, fuck.
Speaking of full
Fire out.
bands,
Yes, we have got an album that has been plugged by a band.
what?
Hit
By a band?
yeah. By an artist.
Wait, hang on.
But the album is also by an artist.
Jesus Christ.
We got the...
Holy
Which
fuck.
artist?
yeah, hold on. Let's play the song first, and then we'll introduce the album.
You keep falling over at the start of the
No, I
segment.
nailed that. Let's
Okay,
go.
here we go.
What?
What album are you plugging today?
Nice.
Nice.
So what is the name of the album by the... What is the name of the album that you're plugging today?
The name is In Phases.
Nice.
And the artist
By
is
Azamiah.
Azamiah. Oh, I
Yes.
tricked you. Is that
Yeah.
Azamiah? Is it Azamiah?
It is. I think it's Azamiah because I feel that Maya
Ooh, let me get a
is
closer
spelt
look.
like that.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I've never actually checked it, so sorry to those guys. If
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying it wrong, but
Azamiah.
yes,
5-piece, I want to say.
Yeah. there's
Yeah.
a few. There's definitely a few.
There's a few of them.
More than a few.
And so I want to start off by asking, how did you hear about this artist, this band?
I heard about them because I was listening to a lot of sort of English jazzy stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then they were just kind of just this recommended album that popped up on Spotify. And then I just kind of checked it out and just, pretty instantly. I mean, you were talking about that first song when you were listening to it last night, and it just kind of instantly takes you. So yeah, that was...
It instantly took me. That's a great way to put it. What are you looking at?
I was just reading the inspirations. I thought they were members of the band. I was like, James Blake, what?
No,
Okay,
no. Members of the bland.
The Bland?
The bland. Members of the band do include India Blue, Joseph Aiken, Norman Villaroo, and Alex Palmer.
Okay, cool. So a 4-piece.
Yeah, but there's 5 people in this photo. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So they're
does.
UK artists.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And I also noticed that this album is their only release.
Yes.
No,
Yeah, not even single,
I
right?
mean, like there's singles that are on this album, but like no singles prior to or anything.
Oh, I see.
But it looks like two of the artists two members of the band are like also solo artists, like they do their own thing as well. That are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So just came across it, hey?
Yeah, I just came across it and then I listened to it, and then I think you mentioned India Blue as well.
Yeah, sure.
Started listening to some of her solo stuff after that, and she's just a crazy vocalist.
It's
and does
good.
Some very,
It's good stuff. Yeah.
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 I did
stuff.
read in the inspirations. Hiatus Coyote got a mention.
Yeah, that's cool.
Aussie band got a
Yeah.
mention from a UK artist. Never has that happened ever. I don't think.
That doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't happen that often. It definitely is in that realm. I don't know. Like, look, I don't want to shit on Hiatus Coyote on the podcast, but like, I definitely.
this is a development. Hey, what are your opinions on hiatus?
Oh,
Coyote,
look, they're
Josh?
fine. They're fine.
They're
It's just a bit too aimcore for me, you know. Like,
Really?
it's a bit too like, holy crap! Look at us and what we're doing, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Oof.
Whereas this for me feels a bit more tasteful in a way where it's like, I don't know, it's not very show offy.
I think the difference.
Do you want to know?
yeah, it
I
does.
definitely agree
Yeah,
with
There
that.
you go, yeah.
I think with this album, it's
Tame.
funny that you said that because I kind of went, oh, this would be Hiatus Coyote if it was
just
more
like strip
palatable.
back a bit. Yeah.
yeah.
But-
I that's what I would call this album. It's very palatable, very digestible,
Yeah.
very accessible, very easy to listen to, and it's also I love doing this part. It's also 12 songs in 36 minutes. Mwah.
Yeah, no, it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It was just,
Perfect.
I listened to it this morning in the shower, and it was just like a really nice listen.
Kryver could never. You know?
Yeah.
No, there's 2 minute 13 songs on there that are both called monologue. There's a
Yeah.
52-second song.
Yeah.
There's a 58-second song. There's a 28-second song. There is also a 6-minute song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
Kryver could.
Kryver could.
Kryver
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
And I was going to mention that. I was like, it is sort of different from your style of music, I guess you
Yeah.
can say. Not like massively different.
Yeah.
But I find I always find it
Neighboring
interesting.
worlds.
Yeah. I always find it like really interesting when the artist like plugs something that's not like, you know, different, but like it's just like, exactly like it's a sort of a different avenue. Would you like say that this style of music is something you like just as much as like say the style you write in?
Yeah,
And you-
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And-
I think it's one of those ones where I love to just listen to heaps of different stuff.
Yeah.
And anything that just, you know, super experimental stuff to, you know, just hardcore to
Awesome.
You know, just listen to anything that
The
kinda
whole
just
shebang.
Yeah. I'm very similar.
gives you a feel.
like-
Yeah. Gong heavy kind of
and-
stuff. Yeah.
And it just, this album just this year has just been one that I've just constantly, every time I've put it on, it's just been bliss. It's just bliss.
It's
you
so
know?
put onable, and
It's-
like
It's so put onable.
I know I'm like making up words again, but
And I like it's so put onable, but I also find like with like the longer-ish songs, not necessarily like the long ones, but with like the longer songs, it's like so just like put into a playlist, and if it came
Yeah.
on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Easy listen.
Yeah.
No skip.
And as someone that's been like getting more into like I've been delving down a bit of an ambient rabbit hole recently.
Yeah.
Just because like I've been trying to find music to listen to while I'm reading,
Yeah.
which is like obviously compliments as well. And like I heard this and I was like, this would be perfect.
Yeah.
Because like it's not
Yeah.
like obviously there is still singer, but like it's not sort of like obtrusive, like someone's
I'm
literally
singing right now.
Yeah, it's like
Hello.
someone's literally
Yeah.
talking words to you.
Yeah.
It's just like very spacey, very airy.
'Cause she does that like sick kind of just traditional scatting thing.
Yeah,
But she puts
yeah.
it through effects and stuff.
Mm.
And it's just
It's just
I just love it. I just
think
love
that
it. There's just so
think
much.
like it's crazy that this is what got me, but the scatting I was like, okay.
You're like,
Yeah,
all
it
right,
is.
I'm
It
with it.
is.
Never would I think
Yeah.
so. And I think it's like because you're right, it is like real traditional kind of scatting, but it's in this sort of like
Yeah.
you know, this like Catronadery
Yeah.
kind of, you know.
That's a
like,
good comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit more of it's like if K-Tronada did like their music with like all real instruments, sort of similar to how like
Like a
Daft Punk did not Discovery, Random Access Memories, where it's like it's Daft Punk but with all
but it's
acoustic
instruments.
instrumentation.
Yeah. But
This is almost like K-Tronada if it was all acoustic.
yeah, and I do love like I mean obviously it's such a big part of it, but like the instrumentation is so nice, and like obviously
Yeah.
as somebody who likes the drums some days, wonderful.
You like the drums
listen.
only
Some days.
Sundays?
Some days I like the drums. Some days the other days I love the drums.
Ah, nice. That's how you get 'em.
Yeah, gotcha.
How do you feel about the drums today?
I think they're oh yeah, good. I
Yeah,
feel really
good about the drums.
Yeah,
Really
Yeah.
good.
I love the drums today for sure.
That's good.
For sure. The drums fixed me this morning. If I didn't play the drums this morning, I wouldn't have made it to this podcast. I would not have made it to
Yeah,
this
it gives you
podcast.
that energy boost. you know?
Exactly.
No, it's a fun album. And yeah, I mean, like back on the put honorable part of it all. It's just like really like I don't know. It's just not overthought. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yes.
I really appreciate the sort of simplistic compositions, I guess you can say, where it's like there's nothing overdone.
No.
Like it's very tasteful.
Obviously,
Yeah.
there's like funky time signatures and stuff like
Yeah,
that, but they're not. It's not like hey, it is Cody. Funky
Yeah.
time signatures where it's
Yeah.
like changing every fucking.
If I had
3
like
bars,
a
you know?
Australian local comparison,
Ooh.
kind of like Manfredo Lament.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Who I also think are in the same realm of like, they kind of do this style, but a lot more tastefully. Though I can like appreciate it. Well, I'll just say it.
Yasmina Siddiqui.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
another good
yeah,
example
yeah, yeah.
of
And
like,
I love those guys too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Fantastic artists.
yeah.
So, well, just to stray for a split second, I do like to ask: are there any like other albums you considered plugging just as a WhatsApp?
I considered plugging another album by Quaid, called Narc. I think it's called Narc.
Ding with a question mark at the end of it. Ding.
Yeah, because again, it's a lot more this just weird, just awesome kind of psych
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
thing,
Yeah.
but it's also just not kind of an aggressive psych, if that makes sense.
Sure,
It's not
yeah.
just psych rock. It's more
Yeah.
of a
Like a jammy.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jam
kind of like
band.
your like early Pink Floyd psych, where it's like
kind of yeah, and
Or is
there's,
it like a Grateful Dead kind of psych in there?
it's more of a
Griffith did or a weird band called psych,
Dude,
def-
but like
I
I
thought so too.
I can
thought so
definitely
too,
back
but-
it. Don't worry, I'm not saying they aren't.
Apparently they.
But it
they're
works.
psych,
It
you know?
works. It definitely gels. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Especially in their like fucking jam band.
Because
stuff.
literally episode 1, you and Jack were going in about how the Grateful Dead album was psych, and I was like, psych? Anyway, but yeah, so it's psyche.
yeah, and they've got just a bass, drums, violin, and a synthesizer.
Yeah,
Wow,
and
great.
they just
fuck guitar.
Send it.
yeah,
That's
literally.
Yeah, fuck
Who
the
needs guitar?
All my
You
homies
know.
hate the guitar.
And it's just again, it's just another one of those ones. And the other thing that I like about In Phases, and the same as that album by Quaid as well, is that the flow through all of the tracks, it's just a whole complete, you know, it's not, each song has, they're different songs
Yeah.
respectively,
Yeah.
but they have such a nice flow.
They're
through
almost
the
like
album.
they're almost like movements. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hello,
Do you want to go back to your spot?
welcome.
he does. Be
He's
careful,
navigating.
please.
He's navigating.
Here, I'll help you. You there? There we go.
Flawless execution.
The most like, you know how people say cats always like land on their feet? Not Tony.
Not this guy.
he's a clumsy cat, but he's a good boy.
His gyro's all fucked up.
I was going to mention with this album as well, it reminded me of a pretty big artist that released an album this year, with Andre 3K.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard his album that
yeah.
he released this year, but it is like in a similar realm.
Yeah.
I think Andre's
so long though.
I think Andre's album's a bit more like experimental, but like compared to this,
Yeah.
and it's a bit more like left of field, more ambient, more like spacey. But like I definitely heard like sort of similarities,
Yeah, for sure.
which is cool because like, you know, there's not many big artists sort of like Andre who are doing music like this.
No, that's it. And I think it's kind of, I like the boldness straight out the gate for those guys.
Oh, fans. What?
Yeah, I saw Godtet there as well. I
Fans
was like,
fans
I can
also like Godtet.
hear, I can hear the
yeah.
Godtet comparison.
Oh, man.
Godtet. Godtet.
Shout them out.
Shout them out.
Hang on,
I,
wait,
give them a
I
ding.
love Godtet. Holy shit. They're,
Oh my
Bang.
Godtet.
Yeah.
Oh my Godtet. Nice.
um,
Why haven't we gotten Godtet off the plug?
Yeah, you should ask Tully.
Yeah,
That'd be fun.
I should
Yeah.
ask Tully.
yeah, I saw them live for the first time this year. Stranded actually.
Oh wow, really?
They did a set there.
yeah,
and
that's mad.
Just, man.
Really good.
Their Strings album.
Yeah.
That's another one that
Recent.
I love. Yeah.
They did that at the Opera House recently.
Yeah.
Fuck, that would have been so good.
Yeah.
Such a cool band.
Such a cool band. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah.
Tully's such a cool guy.
They're all cool, bro. So, supposedly the next album's coming out in 2025 for Azamiah.
Oh, you read that?
Yeah, there was a in the bio said next album set to release in 2025, which will be very, very interesting to listen to because I
Yeah, for
always
sure.
wonder because it's like sophomore albums can always. I think I spoke about this on a previous episode, but it's like they can always kind of be like vastly different, or they can like develop the same
Yeah.
ideas and just do it like a lot better. I mean,
Yeah,
in
for sure.
some cases, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't do a bit of a Green Day and just, you know, that would
Yeah.
suck.
Yeah.
I like how Green Day just copping it.
Yeah, you know, they deserve it.
No, that's funny. Yeah, have they ever come to Australia? Do you know?
Oh, I don't think so. I think they're very just kind of doing the local thing around
Yeah.
the UK at the moment.
Yeah, they're not
which is-
huge. We should mention as well. They
Yeah.
are how many monthly listeners?
60K?
60K, which is
Yeah.
Not very big. One of the smaller artists that have been plugged.
yeah, not enough. I really appreciate when people plug, you know, artists that have like less than 100K monthly listeners on Spotify.
Not that
Yeah.
you're not allowed to.
Yeah. I mean, like it's fun as well when people plug the like, you know,
your brats.
in Rainbows or
Yeah,
Brats or,
yeah.
or whatever. But like just being able to be like, I don't know, it feels like we're actually doing something to help this artist.
So,
grow,
yeah.
you know?
For sure.
Not maybe in our
Yeah.
own small way, but like,
Yeah.
Azamiah in phases if you're into that sort of, you know, UK sort of groovy jazz kind
Yeah.
of vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
check it out. And I mean, like,
I'm really bad with the jazz genre, so I just
we've got two people here who have since listened to this band. I followed them on Spotify.
Oh,
See, this is what it's all
nice.
about.
That's
you
what
know?
it's all about.
There you go.
It's all about.
Wow.
There you go. Give them that
Building up
happening.
this
0.04 cents, baby.
Yeah,
They earned
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Here you go. Keep
Ka-ching.
the change.
Not even, but just like the exposures, you know. We're
The
paying them.
exposures.
We're paying them in
ex-
so much exposure right
exposures.
now,
Yeah.
and they didn't even ask.
We will send you the invoice.
And by exposures, I mean we will be requiring a fee from these guys.
Jesus Christ. They're gonna pay us. No, so I mean it's a weird question with this one, and I hesitate to ask it. But do you have like a favorite song
Well,
that you could
I have
pick?
an answer for this one. But
What's your favorite song?
It was only because like it was the only song I guess I listened to, and it was like,
Paying attention
what is
to
the
the
name?
song name?
Yeah, because like I said, I listened to it in the shower, so it's always hard to check song names when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
But literally the last song on the album, I think it's called Heroin.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was like a really solid ending to the album, and it was one of the more like sort of upbeat, and I guess like I don't want to say like more of like the songs, you know, like because like
What?
when when you get an album like this, a lot of the songs are kind of like very interlude-y or like very spacey to the point where it's like it's just sort of leading into the next track.
Yeah.
But Heroin just felt like a really strong track from like back to front. Like this is a great song.
Yeah, sure.
So that would be mine.
I Did not pay attention to the song names whatsoever. I didn't have a chance to. I was too busy saving lives. No, but I will say
wow, it's the most streamed.
something. Oh, yeah, it is too.
Well,
oh no, Night Woman is the most streamed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite. Nah, no, I will say that for some reason I like connected a lot. I don't know if because it's like they sold me by this point, but it's like I connected a lot more with the back half of the album.
Oh, sure. Okay.
I don't know why, but I just like the first few songs was just like, I mean, obviously it's a bit of like a.
You fell asleep in the first half.
No, I didn't. I didn't fall asleep, but like it was the phases as an opener was like a good way to settle in for sure. But like I said, for some reason I was just like a little bit more in tune with the second half, and I'm not sure why, but there's probably no particular reason whatsoever other than I don't know, maybe it just got like a little bit less busy at work or something. But like, no, I don't know what it is about it, but it's definitely something I would re-listen to. And pay attention to the song names if I
what were the singles? I would be interested to hear.
Night Woman, which is the most streamed, and Celesta, which is the second track.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So after all that, do you have a favorite track?
I reckon it's between Half Man
cool.
and Celesta.
Okay, cool.
Because
So like the first couple
just
tracks
got that. It's just
you know, that's
cool.
sort of
You
got that.
can't
I don't
see-
know whether it's a xylophone or whatever, and it just comes
glockenspiel or
in.
something.
limbo.
Yeah.
And the groove in that.
Yeah, true. I do think like I said, I mean, it is like obviously it's like this album is on obviously in its own world, but the songs are like different. You know what I mean? Like, the songs are like doing different things. I mean, obviously, when there's a song on there where she's fucking scatting, obviously there's different stuff going on. But
No, that's it.
Yeah, I really need to start listening to these songs and not in the shower so I can read the song.
Nah, it's not that important.
Yeah, right.
It's not that important.
You know
It's
what?
the album.
It's
I'm
a
not
good
really-
shower album though.
It
you
is
know?
for sure.
Yeah.
It's for sure a shower album.
A shalbum.
It's a shalbum, dude. Nice. That's our intellectual property. You can't fucking have it. It's ours.
What constitutes a good shalbum?
I think it depends. Like it depends on the day.
Because
Yeah,
like I said, this is a good reading album. So a
album, yeah, it's a good album.
Sounds like
A good shalbum, a good
sounds
album.
like a fucking Scooby Doo trying to say. Oh, that's what it's album.
Rude roses. Anyway,
But what constitutes a good shalbum?
I think length.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
if you're in the shower for longer than 36 minutes, or like prepping for the shower, getting out of the shower,
I like to
finishing, brushing your hair, whatever.
I'd like to mention that I didn't listen to the whole thing while I was in the shower. I listened to about half of it in the shower. Then I got out. Then I did my things, like brush my hair and
Dry yourself.
Practice my speech into the mirror, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then I put my
Obviously
headphones
not
on.
enough because it took you forever to say.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I practiced what I was gonna say when I was explaining this on the podcast.
Oh my god, Jesus.
No, and then I put my headphones on and made breakfast. So I don't want people to think, waste.
So it's a ralbum, it's a shalbum,
It's
and
a-
it's a bralbum.
It's a
Yeah,
problem.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, or making bralbum.
I think they're all like all those things.
Similar worlds.
Similar sort of music.
Similar
if you
worlds.
ask me.
Yeah. Shalbums, bralbums, ralbums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't heard the horn yet, but I'm assuming it's coming up. Right?
It's coming up in a bit. But on that note, is there anything else that comes to mind when you think of In Phase? Any last words?
Any last words on this album?
Gun to your head.
Just listen to it. I think.
Damn.
If you haven't, just
That's
check it out.
That's a popular
because-
answer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Popular choice for people to say, hey, I reckon you should listen to this
Yeah,
album.
yeah.
For 20
So
minutes
if we
about
haven't sold it, then we implore. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
There's that
Oh,
godforsaken noise.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm
it off.
stopping it. But yes, we implore you to listen to the album, and it's again 36 minutes and 49 seconds.
That's
So it won't
it.
take you long.
It won't take you long.
No.
Good in the shower.
It won't take you long.
And
Good
for
in the
making
shower,
breakfast.
good for making breakfast. Good
And
for
for
reading. All of the above. All right, cool.
Shalbum Brum.
Well,
Album.
another little lick from I believe one John Laurie will take us out, and we'll see you at the next segment.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
I got
Fresh,
Damn.
clean.
I feel like we're getting better with these sort of on the spot thoughts.
Well, I think we're not letting our inhibitions get in the way.
It's just like going
And
from
speaking of not letting your inhibitions get in the
in the
Get in the
way.
way. Wow. Wow.
He let
Oh,
them, he let
man.
them get in the way.
The 2 hours of sleep is really kicking in. All right, so we are going to play this game. Here's the song for it.
Spotify game, the Spotify game, the Spotify game, the Spotify game, the Supreme Court of Music.
It's the Spotify game. We are in the Supreme Court of Music itself.
Yes, it's been revamped.
It's been revamped if you've missed the previous rendition. So basically the way it works, if I may try to explain it. So there are 3 of us here.
You will try.
I will try. Do or do not. So there are 3 of us here. What? Oh yeah, thank you. There are 3 of us here.
Yes.
So and it'll be
How many of us are there here?
there are 3 of us here,
Okay.
and we all have a certain playlist on our phone. And today's playlist was, I believe, is the top 100 90s alternative rock top 100. So there's 100 songs on this playlist, and the way it's going to work is, I think first round we'll go. You hit record? Yeah, nice. Thank you for checking. I appreciate that. The way it's going to work to start off is Joss
Yes.
and Dom, Joss and Kryver, will be hitting shuffle on this playlist, and the artist that they get, they have to defend as their client. Okay, because because your firm has a no victory, no payment,
And the charge,
policy.
they're charged with shitty music.
Yeah, and they're charged with being the shittest band ever that nobody can ever listen to ever again if found guilty. That's the game, all right?
That's rough.
So, and the way it's going to work is you guys will do that. I'll be the judge, adjudicator, judge, jury, executioner.
Don't execute.
I'll bang my gavel. I might grab one of these. That's the gavel.
Nice.
And then basically we'll rotate. So then it'll be Dom and I. Joss will be the judge, jury, executioner. Joss will bang the gavel. And then it'll be Joss and me.
I don't intend on executing anybody. I'll just put it out there right now.
Okay. Well,
He's a nice judge.
I'll just be
think-
the judge and the jury.
well, I'm more of a capital punishment guy, so let's hook into
Hang
it.
them.
Joss, do you want my phone?
Yes, please.
It doesn't look like I don't. Your phone's recording. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so hit shuffle, please, gentlemen, and tell me what artist you've got. Shush. What the hell?
Oh yeah. Can you?
Oh,
It's playing on my laptop. Okay, that's
can
fine.
you close
That's fine. Yeah.
Spotify?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you.
I can do that. And I'm just gonna get Wikipedia up because I think it'll be funny. All right, give it to me. What have you got?
I have Third Eye Blind.
Ooh.
Oh no, I've got Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, nice. What do you mean, oh no? What do you mean? They're your client. You can't be saying, oh no. Now in my head, already swaying towards Third Eye Blind.
No, you're not.
Oh my god, no. All right, just
I'm gaslighting you.
kick it off.
I have to open.
Yeah.
Opening remarks, Guns N' Roses. One of the most profound and well-known 80s and
Profound.
90s. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna roll with that. Okay, that's okay.
80s and 90s rock bands.
That's that.
Got, like, think of albums like Appetite for Destruction.
Yep.
Like, pretty renowned as one of the best rock albums
Yeah.
of the 80s, if not all time.
Wow.
Dare I say?
Yeah. Okay.
With some of the greatest rock songs, like, still well recognized. You got Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle. Slash considered one of the best guitarists of all time. My opinions aside, he's a great guitarist. This hurts his heart.
Yeah, you're doing really
I have
well.
my own thoughts, but that's right. We can discuss
No,
them
they're
later.
your client. And you need to defend them.
Yeah.
Axl Rose. Say what you want about him. He's got one of the most unique and interesting voices in rock and roll, if you ask me.
Uh huh.
And I think,
And what do you think about Axl Rose's most recent performances? There's been some judgments on those. What do you think?
like in terms of
In terms of vocal performance, and do you think like?
Look, I think I'd rather focus on them in their prime. You know? A lot of these bands that we're going to be seeing here today, their new stuff, it's just a fact it's not as good.
People age. I understand. That's for
And
sure.
like, I don't want to bring up the Chinese democracy of it all. We can just quickly skip past that whole thing.
Sure.
And just think about Appetite Destruction, Use Your Illusion 1s and 2, because I think that's their best stuff.
Wow. Yes. Off the dome. Yeah.
I love GNR.
We'll come back to Guns N' Roses briefly, but Dom, if you would like to open up for your opening statement for Third Eye Blind.
I'm going to keep this short.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to babble.
I like prefacing it with, I'm going to keep this short.
Well, I just like to get to the point. I like to, make my client feel assured that, they don't need the babble.
Okay.
They can,
Are you claiming that I'm babbling?
You've had your moment, sir.
it was a little bit long.
Please, Dom. Please.
But Third Eye Blind, Yes Man, Jumper, the feature in Yes Man.
Okay.
Jim
Alright.
Carrey plays
Yeah,
Jumper.
Ah,
And
I do like
iconic
Yes Man.
moment, nice film, one of my favorite movies.
nice film. Jim Carrey. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
had that album,
Yeah. Huh? Which one?
the one with Jumper on it.
Okay.
Is the album called? Oh, I can't remember what the fuck it's called. The red album cover.
Yeah, the red album
I know
cover.
which one you're talking about.
is that the self-titled?
It might just be called Third Eye Blind. To be
Yep.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go with
Yeah,
that.
it's from the album Third Eye Blind, their
Yep.
debut album. Came out in 1977,
There you go.
1997.
1997.
What a
In
time to be
Yes
alive.
Man.
Now, so yeah.
What else do you need?
What
Really?
else do you need? Okay, thank you for your opening statement. Now, Josh, if I may, I will. I just want to point something out. What do you have to say about your clients?
Why are you control effing searching problematic?
Shush. Please. What do you want to say about your artists' previous run-ins with the law? In turn, notably riots, the 1991 Riverport riot, problematic lyrics, drug and alcohol abuse issues, lawsuits, etc. What do you have to say about that?
Well, are they on trial for any of those things today?
No, I mean, I suppose not today, but
Then I rest my case.
Oh, he's good.
He's good. But holy shit, he's got me. Okay.
I'm here to talk about the music, and the music is
Yeah,
what I'm here to
I
talk
mean,
about.
as a band, I think, I think they've had their success. There's no jokes about that. Now, Dom, if I may, Third Eye Blind, some would go as far as to call them a one-hit wonder. Which is, my opinions aside, that is what some people consider them. The most popular song, kind of blowing the rest, I would say, out of the water with "Semi-Charmed Kind of Life." So, what do you want to do about that? Sorry, that was too good. Yeah, so would you consider them a one-hit wonder? I know you didn't even mention it, but. In the public sphere.
It's difficult because some would say that I only know them for one song. Fuck. Someone,
I don't even think it's
and this might be incriminating information, but I don't think that they're a one-hit wonder. I think that they're one of those poor souls that people just saw that one song and didn't bother to listen to the rest. You know?
Fair enough.
And maybe they just got tired on the day that they recorded the album.
Maybe they got
put
tired.
energy into one song.
Okay, all right. Thank you for your closing statements, gentlemen. I really appreciate it. The judge sentences Guns N' Roses to never to be listened to ever again.
Oh,
So ordered.
Whatever.
All right.
thanks, mate. You can your cash is out there. You can pick that up after.
All right, Joss.
I'm the judge.
You're
now.
on the judge. Dom and I are going to hit shuffle one more time. Let's see how we go.
I got
All right.
cursed by having Guns N' Roses. And if
Do you
I
want
had,
this? Do you want the Wikipedia? Because it's helpful.
if I
It's
had
funny.
Third Eye Blind, I would have won.
Oh,
Mate, it's not about the client, it's about the lawyer. It's not about the crime. All right. Would you like to start or would you like me to start?
I can start.
Okay,
I
go
got
ahead.
I got Nirvana.
Oh, I'm gonna hit
Do you
next
know-
because
who's
I also got
Nirvana?
Who's Nirvana?
Who is-
I've never heard of them.
Okay. Please.
I got Nirvana.
Please. I got Radiohead.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Opening statements from Nirvana, please.
From Nirvana.
Well, not from Nirvana.
From Nirvana's representation. I
Oh,
believe.
okay.
We have Kurt in the room with us.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, this is the wrong Nirvana. My bad.
Look, arguably one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
It's like every argument's gonna start.
yeah.
Arguably one of the greatest.
They started the whole grunge thing out of Seattle.
Yep.
Most will say they were the ones. Smells Like Teen Spirit, obviously huge, and Nevermind as that album, iconic album, probably comes in within the top 5 of greatest albums of all time in most lists.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
It does.
It does. That's objectively a fact.
Objectively a fact.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Well, I mean, I could check the Rolling Stone.
No, don't forget about it.
I don't reckon it is actually in there, but I reckon it's like top 10.
So, yeah, continue.
And yeah, I think probably one of the band that probably had the biggest cultural impact, I feel.
Ooh, okay. That's a pretty decent argument.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diego, can you follow that for Radiohead?
So Radiohead, obviously,
one of your favorite bands of all time, right?
Arguably one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
Yeah, I'd like to mention as well the playlist we're picking from. I don't know if we mentioned that.
I did mention it.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah,
Perfect.
so it's all good. Arguably one of the greatest 90s alternative rock bands. Some would say in the top 100. And I think, like, you know, they have many successful albums that come to mind. You know, when you ask somebody what's your favorite Radiohead album, especially me, you know, because I've listened to so much Radiohead. You know, obviously, what's this one called? OK Computer comes to mind. In Rainbows, you know. I had spoke to somebody recently that said the Bends was their favorite Radiohead album. I don't remember who, but somebody said
probably
that.
Probably me.
No, there you go. What's that other one? Kidday. Thank you.
What's that other one?
What's that other one? So obviously, you know, a very solid catalog to work with. Of course, Tom York has his solo project. He also has The Smile. So there's plenty to work with there. But we're talking about Radiohead. Like I said, arguably one of the greatest rock bands of all time. And has a legacy that has really resonated, especially, you know, even with younger folk of today who come across them, like myself, you know, because I've listened to so much Radiohead. You know, they're a big influence, and I think that I would argue a bigger cultural impact than Nirvana. I just ignore the fact that
You're probably right.
I'm straining.
No, you're probably right. You're wrong.
Your Honor, please.
I'll just quietly step in here for a moment. Talk about Nirvana again.
Oh God.
Can we? Yeah. I want to focus on. So you mentioned obviously Smells Like Teen Spirit, Nevermind, two really big parts of their career.
Wow.
What are your thoughts on like their debut, Bleach, and they've also got In Utero, which was like their last album before, unfortunately, the band's timely ending and
untimely.
Timely, yeah. Thank God. Thank God I did it right. I mean, look, actually, there's kind of an argument for that. But anyway, but yeah, and I guess with the untimely end of Kurt, unfortunately, passing away, how do you think that might have affected sort of their, I guess, status, if that makes sense? Do you think his death resulted in their popularity, if that makes sense?
I think it probably kept it going.
Yeah, okay.
It kept it going for a long time, up until now.
Because I always wonder with like Nirvana, if he hadn't passed away, would they be as big as what they were? It's hard. It
is a tricky one because I think, I don't know, they were such a big, and who knows, would have they been one of those bands that had they kept going into the early 2000s and stuff, would have they been releasing, you know,
would they have kept up? Would they have kept up?
Yeah.
Would they have pulled a Green Day? Who knows?
Maybe.
You fucking hate Green Day. I hope you don't get Green Day in this.
I hope so too. That was pretty funny.
Bleach and Utero, though, I personally like them better than...
Yeah, I'm a big In Utero guy.
Yeah.
Whoa. The judge can't.
Whoa. I can have a taste of music.
Thanks, man.
Okay, all right.
Really
back of Radiohead. Look. And look, I'm a fan of Radiohead myself.
Azamiah.
They've got a lot of great albums. I want to just pinpoint something that stands out a bit, but being their debut.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Do you have anything to defend that?
Look, you can't win them all. You just can't.
Okay.
You just can't win them all, and especially as a debut. And I think it's important. And I think it's important to realize, like, I don't know how much commercial success the debut album had at the time, but one like, if I had to guess, I would say not a lot. But I think it's really important to notice how the band developed and bounced back so incredibly hard from their flop era, I would say.
Well, I mean, Creep was their biggest song of all time.
Yeah, but like the rest, you know, the album. Yeah, I knew that song was on that album. I knew that, but like, you know, but like I said, you know, I think there's a lot to say about, you know, being able to improve upon that and develop as an artist, and obviously, you know, Radiohead. The members are all still alive, I think. But you know, they've almost moved on in a sense. Tom York less so, but you know, and I think there's good reason for that. I think the music was, dare I say, ahead of its time. For sure. I'm not sure about maybe the first album, not so much. But like I said, it's about the bounce back. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how many times you get hit and keep moving forward.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think I have to give it to Radiohead.
Yes!
I'm sorry, Nirvana.
Yes!
I think, honestly, if Nirvana had more of the catalogue, there'd be more of an argument here, you know?
Yes!
But it's a bit tough when Radiohead have 9 full albums out.
Can't believe I got Radiohead.
And a lot of them are good.
So now that that's over, I've listened to one Radiohead album.
Whoa.
Not by choice.
Really?
Yeah, just haven't gone around to it, It'll happen at some point.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I just don't know why. Just
What is that?
In Rainbows.
In Rainbows, yeah.
Great album.
Yeah, great album.
great
Yeah,
album.
I don't know if you want the laptop.
Alright, let's
version
have
of
Just you and me,
Wikipedia.
mate. I'll hit shuffle first because we're sharing a phone. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Keep going.
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking so kidding. How do I do this? Sorry. Oh, yes! All right,
Case closed.
well, no, case closed for you. For me.
No. Okay, so should I take the opening statement? I guess. I have.
Your
one.
artist is?
My artist is REM.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. Look, I just want to get this out of the way. I know it's frowned upon in a court of law, but personal opinion, fantastic band, fantastic songs. I wouldn't necessarily go as far as to say ahead of their time, but for the time that they were released and the kind of success that they had with multiple singles and the
Name 3
and Losing My Religion. That other one. Look, they're
I've
not
lost
coming.
my religion.
They're not coming to mind right now. It's a spam. They're not coming to mind right now. But there's that other one.
End of the world as we know it.
And don't help me with this last one. That slower one. Anyway, so thank you. So 3 obviously bangers, especially Losing My Religion. I think is just like I think as a song from a songwriting perspective, it is just fantastic in a way that it really paints a picture in a world. I always imagine a guy in like a dusty room with one window in it, empty, just like wooden floorboards. And it paints such a picture. And, obviously the voice conveys so much emotion in the lyrics that, just kind of like just so much good imagery and such a story to be painted with this band. And arguably one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's him in the corner, Your Honor, losing this case.
Yeah.
'Cause I got the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wow.
So let me start. Red Hot Chili Peppers, arguably 3 of the greatest musicians of all time. Wait.
Okay, all right. Yeah, no, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking Chad
Smith.
I always said Chad Kroger. Chad Smith, Flea, and John Frusciante. That's
3 of
all
the best
them,
musicians
as
of
far
all
as I know.
time.
3 of the best musicians of all time. No one else to mention in this chat. Some of the most renowned rock albums of all time. We're talking Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Would you say arguably one of the greatest?
One of the greatest rock bands of all time. We're talking about Sugar Sex Magic. We're talking Californication. I think 2 really big standouts. Sure, they might.
What do you think about this song, Parallel Universe?
Parallel Universe is a fucking banger. I actually love this album a lot, so you can fucking try what you like, mate. I got it already. But what do you call it? You could, as I was saying, maybe they've fallen off a bit in recent times. Look, I can be the first to mention The Getaway wasn't their best. I think that was all. Oh no, they've released an album since then. Don't even think I've heard it. But I mean, we're talking about the band in its prime, and in their prime.
What was the period that they were in their prime for?
I mean, I would say but the 90s and probably a good chunk of the 2000s.
Okay.
So
I
2
think-
decades.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean they were in their prime for a long time.
Okay.
Thanks for mentioning that.
Yeah, okay,
actually,
yeah.
they were really good for a long time. They have just like a lot of bangers. I mean,
Okay.
anybody who listens to Triple M can probably say that amongst the Foo Fighters of the world, they're probably one of the most played bands on that radio station. And like, but the thing is, they don't just play the same songs over and over. I mean, sometimes they do, but
They have a catalogue.
they have a lot of songs that radio station can come to that are like have in their own time been popular.
Okay.
been big.
I gotta get these questions out.
Alright, cool.
So, for REM, I want
Yep.
to ask.
Yep.
What is your view on Michael Stipe has not been very shy in the past of making comments on that he wanted fame and he wanted to become famous and wanted to be a famous as opposed to
I'm sorry, that's all we got time for.
Look, I think
that was one of his main goals.
I think seeking. I don't think there's necessarily anything inherently wrong with seeking out fame, and I've spoken about this before on the podcast. I think, I think it's a completely reasonable justification to want to become an artist in the first place. There is that aspect of. If fame does strike you, if greatness thrusts upon you, attention is kind of inevitable. And I think that if that's what you're after as an artist, I don't think there is anything inherently wrong with that. And I also will say, being able to admit that as well, you said it, Your Honor, not being shy, to admit that is making a very strong case for somebody who does have good intentions with that attention, with wanting to be famous, with wanting to share their art. They're arguably one of the greatest rock and roll arts of all time with the world. I rest my case.
I see.
I'm scared about what the
and the chili peppers. I just want to shed some light on
sweating.
why is Anthony Kiedis with a 14-year-old or 15-year-old, and what is he saying in any of his songs?
Yeah.
in any of his songs. Firstly, that first part is he on trial for that?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
I guess he's been on trial for that his whole life, hasn't he? Look, in terms of like lyricism, look, I won't be the first. I'll be the first to admit that maybe he's the weakest link in the band. Even when Josh Klinghoffer came in, like Josh Klinghoffer was still miles ahead in terms of musicianship than Anthony Kiedis.
You're just going to glaze over the 15-year-old thing.
Well, he's not on trial for that right now, right? Look,
Soon to be.
His personal, what happens in his life, it's separate from the music, you understand? But like in terms of like lyricism, sure, his lyrics can be really goofy at times, but without them, would it be the Red Hot Chili Peppers? Just like, that's basically my statement here, is saying that despite him being not like the best musician in the band, he is truly what makes the Red Hot Chili Peppers who they are. And that's because without him, they wouldn't really be the same band.
Without him, they wouldn't be Sex Pests.
Look, let's not bring the rest of the band members into this.
He's not on trial for that.
You're right. We're talking about the music.
Okay, all right.
There's a reason I didn't mention him as one of the 3 musicians in the band, and it's because personally, I'm not happy with what he's done in his personal life.
Okay.
But like I said, he's not on trial, the band is.
Okay.
And it's for their music, and I think he is a huge contribution to what makes the Chili Peppers who they are. I'll leave it there.
Interesting interpretation.
Can't believe I defend
Gentlemen, you've both put forward very good arguments for both your bands.
Thank
but
you.
I think that I'm have to send the Chili Peppers to the slammer for a very, very long time.
Put him in the fucking gulag.
But Chad Smith, he looks like Will Ferrell. Funny.
Okay, well played, everyone. Very, very well played.
Can I just say I got shafted for both?
You got absolutely
Yeah, you did.
fucked on, man.
Guns N' Roses and the Chili Peppers.
That's pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. Well played, Don. Thank you for adjudicating even. And thank you for participating, and thank you for coming on the podcast.
Very good.
Thank you guys.
No, that's okay.
What's your social media tag?
Yeah,
Where can we
yeah.
find you on socials?
Social media tag is Kryver_driver.
Oh, no.
Spelled
Kryver Driver?
Dryver.
Kryver spelled the same way with a
Yeah,
Is that
spelled
the
the
full
same
name
way.
of the band?
No,
Okay.
that's not the full name of the band.
It's just a fun name. You're
It
like,
has appeared on a few gig posters.
oh, really? Oh, that's a bit
Actually,
actually.
which is pretty funny. But yeah, no, that's just the social handle.
For any future bookers, that's just the social.
That's
handle.
just the social handle. Yes.
And yeah, we typically like the end of the podcast. So like I say, typically, this is how we end it.
okay, yeah.
We let the guests leave us on a wise word of wisdom, a WWW as we call it. Basically to mean like, wait, that one. That's it. That's the W.
We stole
the
this
whole
from
wide
we stole
world.
it from the whole wide world, but it's ours.
It's ours now. But yeah, anything that you want to like leave the podcast listeners thinking about, can be simple, can be complex, can be moody, can be just really simple. I already said that, didn't I?
Can be really simple.
Can be simple again.
Yeah, it could be
can be
simple
really
twice,
simple.
and therefore not simple.
Yeah. Any word of wisdom you'd like to share?
I didn't put my wise pants on today. I have to say.
Maybe that's a good one. Make sure you wear your wise.
Yeah,
pants.
make sure that when you're asked for a wise word of wisdom,
It's extremely meta.
that you put the wise pants on.
Wise
In the
pants on, and now we will take our wise pants off and put our dancing pants on.
Thank you to everybody for listening to this latest episode of the Plug Podcast. That was featuring Dom from the band Kryver. It was awesome to have him come on to chat all about his latest EP that they've just dropped. It's quite a lengthy release, so make sure you give it that time and that love that it deserves. And yeah, it was awesome to hear about how his music's gone, joining the Wollongong scene a bit, and how they've just, started as a band this year. So go follow him on Instagram. It's at Kryver Driver with a Y in drive and in Kryver, obviously. And then if you don't follow us on Instagram, you can do that as well at it's theplug._. We're on TikTok it's Plug Talk with a 0, I think. And then on YouTube, if you're not already watching this on YouTube, go subscribe to us there. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we have one more episode for the year, and it's with our good friends in the band Safford, who will be joining us in about 2 weeks' time. So please look forward to that. Can't wait to see you there. Take it easy.